Hello everyone, welcome back. It's me, Indah Melindasari from ONEderland Consulting. I have over 10 years experience as a migration agent and was once a migrant myself, which gives me a unique insight into the process. Please like this video and click subscribe to get all the best Australian immigration content and updates. Today, we've got some exciting updates to share about Australian visa changes for September 2024, including summary changes of New South Wales State Nomination Program, updates on Queensland State Nomination Program, transition of AAT to ART, and the introduction of Ballot process for 462 visa program for certain countries. Whether you're thinking about migrating or already well on your way, these changes could save your next step. Let's dive into what's new. First up, let's talk about the New South Wales State Nomination Program. In September 2024, the New South Wales government officially announced the migration program planning for 2024 and 2025, which includes quite significant changes. First, for 190 visa, a new skilled occupation list will be introduced. The New South Wales Skill List 2024-25 identifies priority skills for economic development in New South Wales at the unskilled unit group level. The priority skills list will include all vocations inside the unit group, which will be prioritized within it. Second, for 491 visa, Pathway 1 program. The requirement to live in regional area has been removed. It means if you don't live in a regional area in New South Wales, but have established employment history with a regional New South Wales-based employer, you may be eligible for this pathway. The TSMIT will also apply at the time of nomination for 491 visa, Pathway 1, with some concessions apply for certain occupations, including agriculture technicians, butcher or small goods maker, cafe or restaurant manager, cook, medical laboratory scientist, motor mechanic, panel beater, pastry cook, pharmacy technicians, residential care officer, stonemason, vehicle painter, and veterinary nurse. Meanwhile, the 491 Visa Pathway 2 program will have a new regional New South Wales Skills List 2024-25 that identifies priority skills for economic development in New South Wales. The priority skills list will include and rank all occupations in the unskilled unit code. And lastly, for 491 visa program, the government introduced a new pathway called Regional New South Wales Graduate as response to the unique challenges of regional New South Wales. It creates a pipeline for recent graduates in regional New South Wales and work in an eligible occupation to apply for New South Wales nomination. The eligibility criteria for regional New South Wales graduate are hold a bachelor's, master's, or research degree that fulfills the point test for Australian study, and it must be related to the nominated occupation. Second, graduated in the 24 months immediately prior to applying for the nomination as per academic transcripts or completion letters. The nominated occupation is restricted to the Regional New South Wales Skills List 2024-25, must have a positive skill assessment in nominated occupation. The invitation rounds for New South Wales nomination will occur on a regular basis around 2 to 3 weeks until the allocation is run out. According to the release program timeline, the invitation round will commence throughout November 2024 to May 2025, and the program is expected to close in June 2025. The government also emphasized all candidates to keep considering other possible migration pathway, considering the tight competition in New South Wales State Nomination Program. So, If you have everything in hand, it's best to start moving now. Next, let's head over to Queensland, which has opened the state nomination program on 13 September 2024. The big highlight is that the Queensland government now provides 4 different nomination pathways. Skilled workers in Queensland, skilled workers outside Australia, Queensland graduates, and small business owners in regional Queensland. The skilled workers in Queensland pathway is for skilled professionals currently employed in Queensland. It also opens to international graduates in Queensland who don't meet the criteria for Queensland graduates pathway. If you're aiming for 190 visa under this pathway, the main requirement is that you must have been living and working in Queensland for at least 6 months in your nominated or closely related occupation for at least 30 hours a week. Your job must also be continuing for another 12 months. But if you're aiming for 491 visa under this pathway, you only need to show work experience in regional Queensland at least the past 3 months in your nominated or closely related occupation for at least 30 hours a week. And you must also show that your job will be continued for another 6 months. Next, for skilled workers outside Australia pathway, this is for the offshore candidates who have at least 5 years of work experience in your nominated or closely related occupation. Your nominated occupation must also be on offshore Queensland skilled occupation list. Next, the Queensland graduates pathway require you to hold a bachelor degree or higher and have completed the course 100% in Queensland. You must be graduated after 1st of July 2022. Additionally, if you're aiming for 190 visa under this pathway, you must be working for at least 6 months in any skill level 1 occupation for at least 30 hours a week, and the employment must be continued for another 12 months. But if you're aiming for 491 visa, you must be working for at least 3 months in any skill level 1 occupation for at least 30 hours a week, and the employment must be continued for another 6 months. Lastly, for small business owners pathway, you are given 2 alternatives here: purchase an existing business or start your business from scratch. If you purchase an existing business, you must have paid for the business a minimum of 100,000 Australian dollars outside of Southeast Queensland and employ at least 1 Australian resident. You must have run the business at least 6 months prior submitting an EOI. If you own a startup business, you must have run it for at least 2 years and have turnover for 200,000 Australian dollars in the past 12 months before submitting your EOI. Another big change you must notice on Queensland State Nomination Program is the registration of interest application after expression of interest. Remember, you can only submit 1 ROI for Queensland nomination, so choose wisely on the best visa subclass and pathways that suits you. Also, Queensland only has 1,200 places this year. Means the competition will be a lot more tighter. So arm yourself by fulfilling all requirements and be updated on the changes to get higher chance of invitation. Now, on to a major institutional change. If you ever lodge a visa appeal, you must be familiar with the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, or AAT. The federal government announced to commence a new review body called Administrative Review Tribunal, or ART, on 14 October 2024. But don't worry, while transition is still in progress, the AAT will receive and assess all cases until the ART officially takes place on 14 October 2024. If your case has not been finalized by 14th of October, the AAT will automatically transfer your case to ART and you will receive the updates on your case from ART onwards. All decisions made by the AAT until the commencement of ART will also be considered valid and final. So you don't need to worry very much and about the transition of AAT to ART, as everything will run as usual. Finally, a huge update for work and holiday visa. The subclass 462 applicants from India, Vietnam, and China. A new ballot system was introduced for these countries. This means applicants will now to enter a ballot or lottery to have the chance to apply for this visa. Given the high demand for this visa from these nations, this ballot process is designed to ensure fairer access. If you're a young person from India, Vietnam, and China planning to apply for the 462 visa, make sure you stay updated on when the ballot opens. With limited spots available, timing is everything. The Department of Home Affairs also announced important changes for 462 visa program for Indian nationals, including Indian applicants no longer need to submit proof of government support and must have completed at least 2 years of post-secondary study. The changes emphasize that eligible Indian applicants must complete a pre-application ballot systems before completing their 462 visa application. Only candidates chosen through the ballot process can apply for an official work and holiday visa, the 462, using the email account. These changes highlight the importance of staying prepared, informed, and acting quickly when opportunities arise. My advice, keep yourself updated, seek professional guidance if needed, and don't delay your applications. The earlier you start, the better positioned you'll be to adapt to these updates. Remember, this shift could significantly impact your future in Australia, so take charge and be proactive. And don't feel you are in the process alone. ONEderland Consulting is here to guide you. Whether you just need some advice or to organize and submit the application on your behalf, we are ready to assist you. You can find our contact details in the description of this video and pinned in the comments. It will be our pleasure to assist you in submitting any types of Australian visa, and our advisors will be there for all your visa needs. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content and all the latest immigration visa updates in Australia with us. I'm Ina Marinda Sari from ONEderland Consulting. See you in another charge.